So the US is let's get to it. Ow. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Katie from Brio Travel, where it's all about traveling with intention and connecting to the world. But before you can even do that, you have to be able to find the time to actually travel. And in the US, that can be really hard because the average person in the US gets 10 days of PTO or pay time off, which is crazy. That's only 2 weeks of vacation for the entire year. And our English-speaking friends in the UK and Australia, which I feel like are comparable, more or less comparable cultures, are 5 to 6 weeks. The world average is 18.2 days of PTO, and so we are just really far behind. So today we're going to go over 3 strategies that you can implement to maximize your time off, and this will apply to you whether you get a few days off or a bunch of days off. No matter what, we all want to have like longer vacations and more breaks. So without further ado, let's get to it. The first thing you can do is fly direct. Now, I know that's not always possible depending on where you're from and what your airport is, but minimizing the amount of stopovers that you can have is huge. And if your main airport is near a huge transportation hub, then definitely try to find destinations based on whether or not they have direct flights. There's so much time that's lost in transit or just sitting at airports and waiting, and you don't need that. So instead of thinking of your destination first, find flights that fly direct and cut out all of that wait time. It's also so much better for the environment, and you'll be cutting down on your emissions a lot, partly because you're taking less flights and also because a lot of the fuel burn happens on landing and takeoff, which you're only doing twice. So the second thing you can do is to use public holidays to your advantage. I know those are also very few and far between in the United States. There are a few you can still work around. If it's going to be something like Labor Day or Memorial Day, you know those are going to be on a Monday, so you can have the weekend before and the weekend after and only be using 4 days instead of 5. Just that is a 9-day vacation. You can do that twice a year and still have 2 days left over. Also, holiday season, November, December through New Year's, there's a ton of time off, especially that week between like Christmas and New Year's. Obviously, traveling during Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's is not always possible every year if you want to be spending time with your family. However, if you do it every few years, you still get a nice long international trip every few years. And if you travel over Thanksgiving, the international terminals won't be nearly as crazy as the domestic ones. The third thing you can do, and one of my favorite ways to get more out of a trip, is to slow travel. And this is talked about a lot in like the backpacker community, but you can also do that as well just on vacation. I know sometimes this sounds like a disappointing option because when you take an international trip, you want to see everything. You're there, you might as well, but you're going to be losing so much time in transit. Sticking around in one region or in one country is an excellent alternative because you can really get to know a place really well and really make the most out of your time and also out of your experience. You'll get off the beaten path and experience stuff that a lot of other travelers don't get to see. This is also a really great sustainable option because you're not moving around so much, especially taking those short haul flights, which are really damaging as far as emissions go. I want to help everybody stop thinking about travel with such a scarcity mindset. I know that travel and vacations take time and cost money, but with strategies like these, you can get back and see the other countries and the other things that you wanted to see on your trip. You can be traveling so much more than you previously thought. And you can come home with incredible experiences and stories to tell and memories that you've made instead of just having sat in a bus station for half of your vacation. So those are just 3 strategies that I suggest in thinking a little bit more outside the box as far as your trips. If you want to see the complete list, then head to the link in the description down below where I go through 7 total strategies on what you can do to maximize your PTO. And I know these can't all be applied and they can't all be applied all the time. They're ways that you can start thinking about travel differently and mixing and matching to find the plan that works the best for you. Ultimately, I just want to help people travel more and experience more and get out there and stop thinking about travel as this scarce and limited resource. You totally have the ability to travel more, and I want to be able to help you get there. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. That really helps me out. Let me know in the comments if you've used any of these before or you're going to use them in the future. I definitely want to know about it and where you go and all about your trip. Once you do find that time and you feel like you don't want to plan your trip, then definitely get in touch. I design unique and personalized experiences and vacations just for you and take on the work and the worry and the overwhelm and all of the feelings about travel planning and help you every step along the way. So make sure to get in touch for your next trip. And as always, happy travels. Bye.